Welcome to The Walk-In, a podcast where doors stay open and stories unfold one conversation at a time. Hosted by Christopher Michael Sean, author, poet, actor, and lifelong student of people and purpose. Here, you're more than just a listener. You're part of the room, part of the story. In every episode, someone sits down, breathes deep, and shares what drives them, what keeps them moving, and what keeps them dreaming. This is a space for dreamers, doers, and those still finding their way. So pull up a chair, pour something warm, and let's take a walk into the soul.
So Sweden, right? So fucking apparently.
So fucking Sweden, yeah.
Yeah, and
We've talked about this.
right.
Is this currently podcast time, or are we talking outside of podcast right now? Out of curiosity.
We're just chilling, bro. We're just big chilling.
Okay. I just didn't know. That's why I asked.
Anything can be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I think I mixed that up,
Oh,
but it's
no.
fine.
Oh, they told me this would happen. Oh, God.
No. So, this is just bullshit. But, bro, but technically I'm always recording if you want me to be real with you. So I could use this if I so choose.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Deadass?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, so I was just looking at an article.
Oh.
So, I was just looking.
Oh.
I'll do it again.
You can't. You don't have to read me my Miranda rights, pig. I'm out of here. Oh. Off I go. Ooh, piece of cheese. It was a mousetrap.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Sorry, you got me down this road, so I had to do it.
So anyway, Sweden. Okay.
Sweden.
So, fucking. I was just reading an article. I was watching The Mandalorian, trademark, and I was looking at articles while watching it because I have ADHD and I can't just focus on one thing. And I saw an article. I didn't read it, of course not, but I saw the article and it was over like 10,000 people or something like that have gotten chips inserted into their arms in Sweden to replace like IDs and credit cards and stuff like that.
What?
Yeah. So this is something that like it's been on the talks for a long time about like different countries and different places doing this.
Do you have the option of saying no?
Like, yeah, I would assume.
Can you still have a regular card? And if so, because eventually, everything that's technologically savvy gets outmoded, right? Like there used to be like we used to use checks, and now we never fucking do, and no one takes them. So, like, is that gonna be
and there's
how that ends up becoming?
I mean, here's the thing. A lot of like if you really think about it, a lot of the ways that we used to do money we don't do anymore. A lot of the ways we used to do things we don't do anymore. And this is something that I've talked about before, where it's like there's companies that there's these nonprofit organizations that are like, oh, we're losing jobs and stuff like that. Like, don't get me wrong, the job situation is fucked, especially in America, but there are a lot of jobs that are just getting replaced with different jobs. There's professions that don't exist anymore because they've just been outclassed. Like the cobbler is a common one to think about. We don't need a cobbler anymore because it's actually cheaper to just go get a new pair of shoes than to get your shoes fixed. I mean, it costs like okay, so you remember those cowboy boots I used to have whenever I was younger? I used to wear them to school every day. The snakeskin ones. Yeah, I ended up like the soles of it, if you remember, like there was like the base of the nails were like coming up into my heel and it was tearing the fuck out of my heel. So I stopped wearing them. And then I went and got them fixed. It cost me like $200 to get the shoes recobbled, whatever the fuck you call it. And they looked great. They felt amazing. But my wallet was like, fuck, dude. Now, don't get me wrong. Cowboy boots are expensive. And I think it would have cost more to get a new pair of snakeskin cowboy boots. So that's the only time that a cobbler is useful is whenever, well, cobblers are useful, but the only time that it's cheaper to get a cobbler than to go get a new pair of shoes. Because if like my sneakers over there that cost me $20 at Walmart, if if the soles of those go out or if the base of those go out, I can just go buy a new pair of shoes for like $20. I'm not going to spend $100 to get somebody to, to redo it. So there's professions that don't exist anymore, and there's money that we don't use anymore, like the checks. And I don't know. I think that I personally won't get the microchips. Hold on, let me see. Thousands of Swedes are. I'm gonna actually open this article now, and I'll see. It's on a .org, so we know it's from an organization, so it's not just a bullshit source. All things considered, thousands of Swedes are inserting microchips under their skin. Technology continues to get closer.
I feel like calling them Swedes kind of feels like it's a.
That feels like a slur.
Yeah, it feels
Why
like
is
a
this
slur.
article?
I'm not gonna lie.
Why is this
Like,
article do that?
why is this article slurring against the Swedes? Ah, shit, I did it too. No, but
So
it
it
really
doesn't.
does sound like a slur for some reason. That's terrible to think
It looks
about.
like it's just a company that offers it. They're lining up to get their microchips, but it doesn't look like it's a requirement. Now,
Wait, but is it enforced by stores?
no.
Like, do stores have that mode right now, or is it going to
Uh,
be like is it like Apple Pay where you just like tap and then it pays it?
Here's my assumption. My assumption is people are gonna see that it's convenient, and they're gonna see enough places like start using it, and then they're gonna be like, oh well, now we use it, and it's gonna be a lot like, um, remember whenever we got the microchips on the debit cards, so we were no longer
Hmm.
swiping, we were inserting, and then so many companies now you have to insert, you can't swipe. So it's going to be a situation like that where eventually it's just going to be out. Everything else is going to be outclassed. Well, I don't think everything else is going to be outclassed because everybody's like, eventually we're going to lose cash. I don't see that happening.
There's
Um,
always going to be a physical form of cash, no matter what, because
yeah,
we need it. We need that to be the case.
yeah,
Who
because
knows?
if
Maybe the check will come back, and that's how we'll do it. But like, there's always a physical form of money
yeah,
somewhere.
well, and then that's the thing is there's always a really good comeback stories because if you think about it, like the radio star, like everyone's like, oh yeah, radio used to be this big thing. Being a radio host used to be this big thing, and then it just died off. But then podcasts came around, and it's reignited it, which
Yeah,
is
it's back under a different name,
that's
basically.
back under a different exactly, yeah. Um, I don't know. I think it's gonna be popular. I think people are gonna like it. I think people are gonna see it and go, "Ooh, hey, cool! Like, I can be lazy and just scan my wrist." Me personally, I'm not putting anything in my body from like anything foreign.
No, that
There,
doesn't seem like a good idea either. It seems like there'd be some sort of either health risk or eventually that chip could like just not work anymore, and then you just have a piece of metal in your arm for no reason.
yeah, like what if it rusts? Like that's the big thing for me is if it's made of metal, it's gonna rust, and that's in your skin. And also,
Especially if it's exposed to liquid like our bodies.
our bodies
So that
are mostly liquid. I think we're like what, like 70% like water or something like that. I don't know. I don't know the number, but I know it's a high percentage. And our bodies are literally designed where if there's a foreign object in our body, we feel it. And I don't see how anybody can be
well,
comfortable with that.
that's not entirely true.
Oh.
But no, because I have a calcified bone fragment in my foot from like breaking my ankle forever ago, and the doctors didn't notice it immediately. And so what they ended up doing was like they didn't see it, they didn't say anything. I didn't feel anything different aside from having a broken ankle. My ankle still feels normal today though, and I know it's there. I know it's in my left foot, but it was caught recently, about a year ago, by like I broke my foot again, or at least I thought I did. I didn't. It was just really I probably like really sprained it really bad because it was swelling super bad. Anyways, um, but there's whenever they were checking it, they saw a calcified bone fragment in there, and like they were just like, oh well, it's not causing any issues. It's in a spot of your foot where it's not gonna cause any issues for you long term, short term, or anything like that, and you'll be fine. So there's no point in replacing it. Like they even said you probably don't even realize it's there, and I had no idea that there was anything there. Like you can have things under your skin and not know it's there, so long as it's in the right spot. Because with your joints and everything, with how they turn and with how you move them, obviously there's like foreign objects can cause issues, especially in your arms or your legs, some in most like in your joints. The reason your arm is a really easy one to do it though is because you can twist your arm, unlike how you can't twist your foot as well as you can your hand. The fact that you can do that means that that entire area is moving, so it'd be a lot harder to put something there than it would be to put something in your leg. But back to what I was originally saying, you can actually like not feel something in your body. It just has to be in the right spot. As long as it's in like a fleshy spot where like there's not as many muscle or there's not as much muscle and bone and all of that, and it's not like constantly moving. Yes, you can have it in spots where you won't feel it, especially if it's small enough.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I still I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want it because here's the thing. Like
I'm with
everybody,
you. I'm with you on the rust thing because that is an issue. But
yeah. I know that everything breaks down. That's just the way the world is. Nothing's gonna last forever. Uh, and the fact that I'm gonna have something in my body breaking down little by little, even like micro particles that we can't even see breaking into my bloodstream or something like that. Like, what the fuck, you know? I've read articles before about how like we've already got like babies being born with a percentage of plastic in their bloodstream or some shit. I don't know how true that is, but it's it's interesting because I know that if there's a foreign object in my body, there's going to be effects, and it's a lot like smoking. This is a weird a weird segue, but it's like smoking cigarettes, right? So like way back in the day, they were like, yeah, smoking cigarettes is good for you. It's the best thing ever, like whatever. And now it's like, do you like cancer? If you like cancer, go and smoke yourself a pack of cigarettes. You'll get some cancer. Also, you'll never be able to speak again. You won't ever be able to breathe. You'll sound like a fucking vacuum cleaner. It'll be a great time. Like,
yeah,
so,
I mean, well, and in that regard, that just takes time for us to understand. Like
yeah,
everything
everything,
comes
yeah.
in time. For
Yeah,
instance, we still don't technically know what vapes do versus cigarettes or cigars. Like they could have the same effects. They could have a completely different effect that is way more crippling, or it could be nothing at all. But there's already short-term effects that are appearing um, like short-term use effects that are
hmm,
appearing in people. So we know that there's short-term effects. But
yeah,
in terms of long-term effects, like over years, like 40 years of smoking, technically that's not an option in what we can see right now. So we are just kind of like lots of places are operate based off the evidence they have currently in terms of like you said, cigarettes way back when. Oh, it's so good for you because it makes you feel better, and it is. It's a stress reliever. It gives you chemicals in the brain that relieves your stress, but obviously later down the line causes cancer. Like it gives you a greater chance of obtaining cancer in the lungs. So whenever it comes to that sort of stuff, it's just time. Especially with like those microchips per se. Like it might rust, it might not, depending on how they make it or what they do. So if it rusts and it ends up causing those issues, I mean, people might end up losing limbs.
yeah. No, I'm listen. I know it sounds bad, but I'm gonna just sit back and watch the chaos unfold. And then, like in 10, 15 years, if they're like, "Oh yeah, the microchips are cool," I'll be like, "Okay, sure, whatever." But what I've learned is everything you put in your body or on your body is gonna have effect on your body. It's going to have positives and negatives. I mean, even breathing oxygen is poisonous, technically. I mean, bananas have radiation, technically, you know? So it's like, no matter what you do, there's going to be an effect. So the best you can do is just kind of keep an eye on it. So, but I mean, you would know more about this because you're going to college for nursing. You stab people for a living.
Now that doesn't mean I know everything about
No,
all of that stuff, obviously.
no, it just
I
means
mean, I
you're in
appreciate the fact that you're giving me credit, but
the studied field that makes a lot more sense for medical stuff. Doesn't mean you have like a PhD or you're like Dr. Criss over here, but you're definitely more knowledgeable in it. I have a degree in acting. That's it. Um, so well, and I'm getting my psychology major. Ooh, gonna start next semester. Fucking terrified, but it should be fun. So I'm excited. Yeah. How's college going for you so far this semester?
Oh man, let me tell you, it is absolutely kicking my ass. But I am making it, and that is what's important.
You know,
Um,
it's like a wise fish once said. You just got to keep swimming.
I remember that fish from my childhood. Anyhow,
So, anyways, about this
anyhow.
email that says that I'm a professional. I'm not.
Well, apparently you are. You know, why else would they call you that? Of course
Mark
you're a professional.
Marquise Who's Who. Guys, listen, I'm gonna tell you to all of you listeners out there, if you get an email from Marquise Who,
It's a scam.
it's a scam, and you should probably not click the link down below, but definitely hit that subscribe button. No, I'm sorry. Is there
Marquise
even
is definitely out of business now because of that, because you have so
Yeah.
many.
all of my followers are going to attack Marquise Who, and they're going to be like, "You're not real. You're a scam."
Attack like physically, or they're just gonna like
No, uh,
they're gonna like they're just gonna like attack him social media wise, like cancel culture.
Sean
That's what that is.
Incorporated, alongside the Walk-In podcast and affiliates, is not affiliated nor in any way responsible for any harm, death, or damages to anybody named Marquise Who. Thank you.
Way to do it. That was, that was really well put together right away. Good job. Anyways, I do endorse it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I definitely do not endorse it. Although you can soundbite me now.
Soundbite! Soundbite! We have it on recording, ladies and gentlemen. We have him on recording. He's
On record.
Epstein Files right now.
I'm sorry. The what files? Whoa! Whoa! Hold up. Wait a minute.
So, but yeah, God sandwiches, right? So,
I love God sandwiches. They're my favorite.
Spelled backwards, it's dog sandwiches.
Why is it? What? It's not dog sandwiches. It's Wait, hold on.
Go ahead.
Twiddenaz dog is what that is. Triddenaz dog is what that is. Trinidad.
Hold on. I can't look.
You got a problem with my Trinidad dog? Huh? Let's talk about it. Right here. This is a podcast, isn't it? Let's go. Come on.
Can I get a Trinidad dog?
Can I get a Trinidad dog? A what? Sir, don't you know you have to be sober to be anywhere
Sir,
in
this is
public?
America. Well, exactly. That's why the fuck I want this sandwich. I mean, Trinidad.
That's why I want the Trinidad dog. Or Chidinaz dog.
Chudnaz.
No, it's Chidinaz. Sam.
Oh, yeah.
Chidinaz. Chidinaz dog, dude. That's a Chidinaz dog you got there. What breed is it?
It's a Pomeranian.
It's Pomeranian. Bro, I wasn't kidding when I said it was Chidinaz.
Oh my god. So
I hate us, but I love us at the same time.
Segue. Speaking of dogs, right? So I have this.
Mhm.
I think everybody needs at least one furry friend, and let me clarify.
I do got one of those.
Before you toss me into a volcano, they're so entertaining. I have a friend. His name is Nikolai. I don't know his real name.
They say the most out of pocket wild shit, and it's hilarious.
He sends me a picture of this character, who, it's a deer, but it's a cartoon deer, and
It's a doe? It's a deer.
no, it's a deer. It's a male.
A female deer.
No, it's deer. It's a male deer. It's not a doe. Doe is female. I knew what I said.
But what about
Doe, correct.
But what about that deer doe? Anyways.
So he sends me this picture and he goes, "Look at my husband, witness him," and I'm just like, okay.
My husband?
Yeah. Listen, these guys got like
Whoa.
anything. If it's furry, if it's furry, he's married to
If
it.
it's furry, it's their okay.
Whoa, whoa,
If
whoa,
it's
whoa, whoa.
furry.
Yeah.
What about lizards? Got it. You like anti-lizard or something? What's with that sort of racist type
Hold
shit,
on.
huh?
Let me ask him real quick about
Yeah.
lizards.
He's probably gonna say something stupid like, well, that's why I'm called a furry and not a scaly.
Let me think. What's that?
That's what
There's.
he says,
Hold
then
on,
I'm
hold
gonna
on.
laugh.
What's that hot lizard from Rango? Fuck. Hot lizard
The hot lizard from Rango?
from Rango. Yes,
I
there's
didn't
a
know
hot
there was a hot lizard.
Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's not the lizard. Oh fuck
The
no.
female lizard. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The
Beans.
Beans is her name?
Beans, but that's not the character I was thinking about. It's actually not a lizard.
What is she? A gecko?
No, I think it's a squirrel or some shit. I don't
Is
fucking
she
know.
Geico? Squirrel?
Geico?
Of course he'd like that.
Yeah.
We are not at all sponsored by Geico, unless...
We are not sponsored by Geico.
Throwing it
We're
out
also
there
not
at you,
sponsored
Geico.
by. Hey, listen, Geico. The benefit with sponsoring me is I have like 2 followers. So.
Plus, we've also mentioned you, like, already directly. So you
Right.
should sponsor us, like, legally.
Did you know that you could save 15% or more on car insurance?
Yeah, but definitely not with Geico, unless they sponsor us.
Unless they sponsor us. We're threatening you, Geico. I
We're
know your.
threatening you
I
guys.
know your address. Hold on, Geico.
I'm in your walls.
5260 Western Ave, Chevy Chase, MD. That's Geico's address, according to Google.
I know your address according to Google. Uh,
I know the address that's available to the public. You better watch out.
What about 2424 South Maple Road, huh, Mr. Geico? I know where you live.
Wait. Why
I
is
don't know if
that?
that's an actual street. If that's an actual street, then I did not know.
Let's find out who
so
you just
know, and I
doxed.
don't know who lives there.
2024 Maple Street. Let's see.
No, 2424 is what I said.
Oh, 2424 Maple Street. Let's find out who you. Oh, well, the first address was a Cracker Barrel. Let's find
You're
out.
shitting me. I doxed Cracker Barrel?
You
Bro,
doxed
who can say
Cracker
that?
Barrel.
Who can say that though? Like that's pretty dope that I doxed him.
Oh,
no,
wow.
no, that's my bragging right that I
mean,
have.
it shows me a spot in New York. On
Oh damn!
Long
I
Island.
actually hit a place in New York. That's crazy.
Well, I think because I'm in New York, so it just hits the closest place to me.
Okay, I didn't know if you were okay with talking about that on podcast. So now
What?
that I know,
That
yeah,
I'm from
crazy
New
that I
York?
doxed a place in New York based on where you live.
No, it's a nice looking place. Nobody famous lives there, so you won't get attacked by the.
You won't be
by the-
Mr. Geico.
I won't be Mr. Geico. No.
Oh,
You know what'd be crazy?
man.
What if this episode is what skyrockets my podcast, and then I just immediately get canceled for like the
So-
Geico nonsense?
So if that's the case, what you gotta do is you gotta pass me some of that some of those royalties because obviously I was part of it, so I'm part of the reason.
I will promise
and beyond
you 15%.
We got that on recording. Soundbite.
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 Soundbite. If Geico sponsors me for this episode, I'll give you 15%.
Oh wait. Oh, I thought it was if you like made it big off of this episode. I didn't know. it
Oh
was if,
yeah. That's sorry, yeah.
I was gonna say, hold on a second here.
Sean
But yeah,
Incorporated
also- but if-
and
but if,
affiliates alongside the walk-in and affiliates hereby solemnly swear. Where's my Bible?
Aren't you the only affiliate?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, okay. I have a social media guy. I do have one of my friends helps me
You're
with
a
social media,
guy?
but I love him to death. But he doesn't actually post anything on social media, so.
But hey, I mean, you're a step ahead. I don't even have a social media guy, so I mean,
Actually-
you doing good.
Yeah, but he does. He looks over my podcast episodes and he tells me if there's something fucked about it, so I can pull it down and then fix it.
Oh, so he's more like your editing guy.
Yeah.
You know, like he's a or no.
He's just my
He's
guy.
your proofreader, listener, proof listener, right there is what he is.
Listener. Heck yeah. But he's solid. He's good. He listens, like I said, he listens to every episode.
You're just
so.
saying that because he's listening.
Listen, Joey, buddy, guy. I meant no offense. All right, listen.
Oh, bro, I hate a guy named Joey. Probably not the same Joey though.
It's not the same Joey. No. Well, Joseph is.
I
his fucking
highly
name.
doubt it is.
No, that's not.
Well,
no.
I hate a guy whose full name is Joseph, and he also goes by Joey, but it's definitely not this guy.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Probably.
I'll name drop him right now.
Do it.
Give me 15% and I'll do it.
Don't.
15% and I'll do it.
15%. Okay. Joseph loves it anytime that I talk about him on the podcast. He's like, "Oh yeah, I listened to the podcast where he talked about me." And I'm just like, "Yeah, bro. I don't care. I'll pull you out there." No, that's the thing though. Is if my podcast makes it big, like I told him, you're helping me make my podcast, bro. So yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm not putting any numbers on the table just because, like, I don't know. I don't know anything about that right now. I don't know numbers.
I mean, I wouldn't anyways. You know, I'm not. You don't know numbers, bro. What's 1 + 1?
3.
Close enough.
Okay. I was listening to a Critical Role episode, and it's one where Grog, which if you've never heard it, Grog is this big barbarian guy, and he has like no fucking intelligence,
No brain.
no
Like,
brain.
Head empty.
And so, but he has like a super deep voice. He's like, "Yes, I like to smash things and do stuff like that." He's
I would like to
rage.
smash.
Oh no, but he doesn't say that. But he does. Oh, I would like to rage. You know, because he's a barbarian.
Oh, that's what it is. It's I would
Yeah.
like to rage. That's my bad. That's my
Yeah,
bad.
you did
I
Hulk.
just messed that up. That's on me.
So, anyways, but yeah, so there's an episode where he has like a little bit of increased intelligence. I think there's like a potion or some sort of effect on him that increases intelligence temporarily. So he goes up to Pike, which is another character. I think she's a cleric, and he's like, "Pike, can you teach me the ABCs? Or the alphabet?" He doesn't say ABCs. That's too complicated for him. He says alphabet, and
The AB whatevers.
she was like, "Okay, Grog, we can start with your name. Your name has 4 letters, but technically 3." And he goes, "Okay." And she goes, "Do you know what letter your name starts with?" He goes, "A." She was like, "No, Grog. That's the start of the alphabet." Oh, it's so... And then...
No, Grog, you silly Billy.
They go through a little bit of it, and then the DM, like, whenever the effect goes off, the DM's like, "Everything you just learned, you forget because your intelligence went back to normal. So anything you just learned, you don't remember." And it's funny because she actually taught him how to spell his name, and he was like, "No, I'll never know how to spell my name." It was so funny. It was so funny. I want to get into D&D so bad. I'm willing to do anything except for actual war crimes. And I have a new boss at
Give
work.
me some more crimes.
I'm gonna talk to him. Actually, the podcast knows this guy.
Geneva Convention, more like Geneva Suggestions. That's all I'm saying.
So yeah, so I'm going back to work tomorrow, 11 to 8, which I hate 11 to 8s, by the way. But I'm gonna talk to Boss Man and see what schedule he wants to give me. I'm gonna try to get Sundays off, at least for this semester, and then maybe like I doubt I'll be able to get it next semester because I'll probably have to do something for college. But I'm gonna tell him how it is. Like, I would love to be able to sit down and actually play D&D and work on podcasts again and stuff. So I miss D&D, bro. Like being a DM, being a character, all of it. Like I've been listening to Critical Role so much.
Are you excited to co-DM a D&D session with me?
Dude, let me tell you, this is such an exciting idea. I don't even know if anybody's ever done it before, but it's so exciting to me to be able to, like, we're working off of, God, okay.
Off of each other?
Not even just that. So I was the first episode. I was the first campaign with Kyokai. And then you had two of our characters who decided to split off from Kyokai into alternate dimensions. So 2 different dimensions off of the main one. And then we all come back to the main one. And that's the one you and I are DMing. But the reason you're DMing and I'm DMing is because... That's the end of our adventure for today. Just 2 dudes, a couple of dice, and way too much imagination. But that's the magic of Dungeons and Dragons, right? It's not just about the monsters or loot. It's about the people at the table, the laughs you share, and the worlds you build together. Life's kind of like that too. Sometimes the rolls don't go our way, Sometimes the dragon looks way too big, but with the right party, you keep moving forward. Thanks for walking in with us today. Until next time, may your dice be kind, your friends be close, and your story keep unfolding.